This is Jane Becker, and today we're writing up an offer. The offer consists of the offer itself, which is 2 pages, and addendums that come along with it. So the first addendum we're going to cover is addendum A. Addendum A is a disclosure form. The disclosure form basically states the things that might come up, but not necessarily that they do. The disclosure covers the flood hazard insurance. If the bank finds that your property is in a flood zone, they'll ask you to get insurance. Chlordane is a chemical pesticide that was used in the 70s. It is no longer used today, but it is considered hazardous chemical. Urea formaldehyde foam insulation, or UFI for short. Urea formaldehyde foam insulation is a type of insulation that was used in the 50s, 70s, something like that. And what it is 2 chemicals combined. When it was improperly combined, it would give off a gas odor like new furniture, glue in the rugs, and basically it's considered hazardous. By now it's dissipated, but you know we still have it in some of the older forms. Asbestos. Asbestos can be in a lot of different products. Typically it's insulation, flooring, siding. That is also considered hazardous when it is friable. Friable means that you breathe it in. And hazardous material, underground storage tank, is if an oil tank is buried underground, that's considered hazardous material. Radon gas. Radon is an invisible form, and what happens is uranium breaks down underneath the Earth's surface. It's a natural occurrence. And the byproduct of uranium breaking down is radon gas. You can actually test for radon gas. I recommend that if you're going to be using the basement level, that you do test it. And you want to test it at this point because now you can renegotiate with the sellers. Any of these items that are health-related issues, you can check on my website, janebecker.com. If they're concerned for you, we can discuss it further. Lead paint. Lead paint is, lead as an additive to paint is considered hazardous when kids eat it because it's sweet. So one of the things that you have a right as a buyer to test for houses, test lead in houses. Typically, if a house was built before 1979, consider that it would most likely have lead paint. And if it is a concern, I don't recommend that you look at homes with lead paint. Watershed Protection Act. Basically, the state wants to protect any body of water that feeds, Boston or the towns. So there are certain things that you cannot do on your property if it has wetlands. That's Form A.